Hello everyone. Today's topic is formation of three germ layers in cheek. Formation of germinal layer in cheek occurs during gastrulation. The cells pass from the epiblast into the blastocele through the Hensen's node or primitive groove of the primitive streak. This occurs by the convergence of cell's sheet towards Hansen node or the groove. As a result, embryonic mesoderm and endoderm is formed. The anterior portion of the primitive streak and Hansen's node act as a tube for cells to move from the exterior to the interior of the embryo. This is the diagram of whole chick embryo, and this is a cross section in which this upper layer is epiblast and this green cells are hypoblast. This area is blastocele. As the cell's sheet ingress towards Hansen's node or the primitive groove of primitive streak region, they migrate into the blastocele. As is visible in this diagram, this is epiblast and the shape of cells of epiblast are columnar. It may be cuboidal, but in this diagram the cells are columnar. As the epiblast cells ingress towards primitive groove or Hansen's node, these cells change shape and become bottle cell. This is bottle cell, and the sheets during the process of ingression breaks up into separate cells which pass into the blastocele individually by involution. Once inside the blastocele, the cells flatten and continue to migrate as streams of loosely connected mesenchyme in vertically down, laterally or anteriorly. The cells that first of all pass through the anterior part of the primitive streak will for future embryonic endodermal cells. The endodermal cells enter the original hypoblast layer and steadily displace the cells of hypoblast toward or outward towards the edge of the area opaca. By the time regression of primitive streak has started, all the future endodermal cells have left the epiblast and settle around the region of Hansen's node and primitive streak. In this diagram, this is hypoblast and this is primitive streak. This space is primitive groove and the anterior most area is Hansen's node. As the cells migrate through Hansen's node and primitive groove, they settle first around Hansen's node and they also push the hypoblast towards area opaca. As more and more cells ingress through primitive groove, they settle around Hensen's node and also around primitive streak region, and the hypoblast is further pushed towards area opaca. After 8 to 10 hours of incubation, cells that start migrating are future mesodermal cells. The ingression of cells occur along the length of primitive streak. They expand parallel to the underlying layer of the embryonic endoderm. Cells that migrate through Hensen's node form rod of mesodermal cells. Rod of mesodermal cells directed cephalad and lies in the midline of the embryo in the track of regressing primitive streak. Mesodermal cells that leave the cranial part of the primitive streak take part in the formation of embryonic mesoderm. The mesodermal cells that leave from the caudalmost part of the streak become part of extraembryonic mesoderm. This is primitive streak, and this arrow indicates the ingression of cells from epiblast to the blastocele area. The cells that migrate or ingress through Hensen's node area form notocaudal mesoderm, and the cells that ingress throughout the length of primitive groove form embryonic mesoderm, and the cells that migrate through the caudalmost part of primitive groove form extraembryonic mesoderm. The cells that after migrating into the blastocele move laterally for lateral plate mesoderm. After the complete regression of primitive streak and the arrival of Hensen's node at the posterior most position of area pellucida, the cell's migration ceased. This ceasing of cell migration is due to absence of primitive groove which act as a tube for entry of epiblast into the blastocele. The leftover cells of epiblast are then called ectodermal cells. The space vacated in epiblast by the migration of endoderm and mesoderm cells are occupied by the expansion of ectoderm cells by the process of epiboly. Characteristic features of cheek gastrulation is as follows. There is a formation of hypoblast during cheek gastrulation. All three germinal layers are present in the epiblast. Formation of primitive streak and its regression during latter stage of gastrulation is again a very striking feature of cheek gastrulation. There is a complete absence of formation of archenteron. Gastrular cell movement include polyingration, involution, convergence, divergence and epiboly. That's all for today. Thank you.